Okay, the internet of the future, and what does it mean to me, is an internet that allows a great deal more connections between people and things. That's objects around them, that's machines working within their homes, machines working within their business. It's about machines being able to talk to each other, being able to organise themselves, being able to do the work that they need to do, to learn from their environment and to make that environment better for the people who are living there. When we've got that future underway, then the internet is going to allow more access to more functions for people. It's going to allow more social interaction. It's going to give benefits to people who want to mix work, home environments. It's going to change drastically the way that people live, work and play together and with each other. It's going to even out society. It's going to give us a greater awareness of other people within the world, how those people behave, and take down a lot of the barriers that we see now between societies and between different people, different nationalities. So it's going to move forward with innovations in connections spread across the world.
Our interest is in the provision of low-cost internet access to remote areas in Africa or elsewhere. We've had a project in Africa a few years ago. The lessons that we've learned are that we need to take the internet beyond the present limitations of power. We're well beyond power sources, of availability. We could be beyond natural boundaries like mountains, forests that limit the propagation of wave bands. And we're looking for the provision of an interchange of information among people who need information to enrich their lives, to whom information is power, to whom information is the ability to control their own markets, to get safe information for their families and that kind of information. The kind of future internet that we would need, apart from getting around those technical limitations, will also have to have elements of trust of the information, so people know that they are dealing with reliable information and reliable sources, that it takes into account their own lack of ability to describe things with the degree of professionalism that those who work full-time in the field might be. So, for example, if somebody cannot describe a plant disease carefully, we might imagine that with some fantastic remote feature, we might have a sensor that could examine a plant, examine a disease, look at the texture and report back some accurate diagnostic information that could then give the person some useful information about what it is that they have and what can be done. So these are the kind of things where we might envisage a future internet beyond the present very restricted, very slow, limited things that we have in, let's face it, most large parts of the world, unlike the developed world, and provide people with the ability to break out of the restrictions of information placed on them by the present agents and the present people who control information and who make the money from the control of that.
I belong to the new generations of Europeans who work and travel abroad. Many things have already changed thanks to the internet, but one thing needs to be addressed still, which is our relationship to the administrative system. It is very important that the future of an internet in the future, will have a comprehensive platform also for communication with administrations from wherever you are, and that will be able to deliver documents that will be accessible and authentic and valid throughout the world.
Same way, the internet in the future will serve to diffuse our civilization and to diffuse economical and technical knowledge all around the world. And therefore we should improve its architecture to make it flexible and suitable to serve any kind of application. and we should diffuse its penetration in as capillary as it is possible to bring the broadband to the desk in most part of our world. In this way, the difference between the developed and developing and underdeveloped countries will diminish, and the world will become a better place, hopefully, where to live.